And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects affecting the various regions of our people. That was the Ijaw country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at the government college, Ujeli. And
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some go camp. You don't compensate everybody.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. The lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.
Hello.
It's your go. Chano wa wonga wa nyane ka bo wen ka mesusu awe wogan tiok antiong to.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
What is your name?
I'm called Olga Nanyongo.
Why are you out today?
I'm out because of our famous Women's Day.
What are you going to be doing today?
What I'm going to
Be doing today?
I have so many things to do. Like now, I'm out here today to march, as the tradition tells us. After this, we'll be going for a reception. Then I'll have to spend the evening with friends.
We have to commemorate with our colleagues and friends, eat and drink.
Je ne suis pas partie au défilé parce qu'il fallait que je prépare pour les femmes qui vont venir manger ici et boire. C'est ici qu'on va passer notre fête. Je pense qu'on va passer une bonne fête.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci aussi.
So how are you going to be celebrating Women's Day today?
Well, the celebration is going to be characterized by many occasions, match pass, after that feasting, but all of that again, we do all of that with the decision making behind our mind so that after today we can join our heads together and take positive decisions as of every aspect we have to do like.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, please.
What is your name?
My name is Makiaba.
Do you think women should be celebrating this day?
Of course, it should be celebrated to create an awareness for the woman folk, but it should not be celebrated only because of merrymaking. It should be celebrated with a lot of discussions so that they could enhance their own self and prospering themselves.
Would you be participating in the celebration?
Of course, I will do.
How would you participate?
I will participate in joining them, in giving them my own little advice that I can give like a man.
What about a bit of drinking?
I'll also join them in drinking because they are our mothers.
Thank you very much for talking to people, places and events.
You're welcome.
The streets are all overcrowded because women are streaming in and out of this arena. It is their day. No matter the side comments, it's going to be their day. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
What is your name?
I am myself Victor Bisson Asa.
Today is Women's Day celebration in the beautiful town of Limbe. What are your impressions about these celebrations?
It's a wonderful day for women. They are sometimes so they do everything to excess.
Like what? What do they do in excess?
Principally around here we see them enjoying excessively. Drinking, dancing, shouting, you know, and always so well dressed.
Are you going to be joining them in celebration?
Yes, they invited me, so I'm going to join them definitely.
Thank you very much for talking to people, places and events.
It's okay. Unfortunately, those who are involved in the celebration of Women's Day in Cameroon, the majority of them are illiterate women. Illiterate, and unfortunately, those who are learned do not give them the right impression about that day. Instead of taking it as a day, it's a day to be recognized. Recognition, yes, it's not dominant. If I recognize you, it does not mean that you are more than me. I've just seen that you are there. You have always been there. You see, so they take it to be a day that to do those things that they have been prohibiting them to do, but that's not it. I want to liken it to another thing. If they say today is World AIDS Day, doesn't mean that we should go around and we acquire the disease that they know. That's not the idea. It's just recognition that you are always there. Even for those who are Catholic, when they say today is Big Day Maria. On a day like that, we don't pray only Hail Mary in church. The normal mass goes on, and then they just recognize that aspect that this is her day. That's the same thing with the women's day.
Do you think that women have problems in Cameroon?
They do.
What kind of problems?
Economically, education, and in some suburbs they still have the problems of, you know, they still look at women to be, you know, behind there, and then they look at it from that physical aspect. Say, you know, you are behind there. The Bible says this. That's not about it all.
Some people look at this Women's Day celebration as though it's part of the globalization campaign. What do you think?
Globalization campaign.
It's celebrated worldwide, but the African woman, the Asian woman is more hit by it because probably the world is moving towards a unique trend.
Well, if I want to look at it from that aspect, I don't want to tie it up, in my humble opinion, I don't tie it up too much with globalization trend, but I still insist on the aspect of recognition. The women in themselves, they have great powers in them. The idea is recognizing those powers in them, harnessing the powers and using them for useful purposes. If a woman decides that they will build a mountain here, they will do it. And if she decides that they won't do it, they won't put another stone, they won't put a stone on another. That's just it.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Sylvester Abanseka.
What do you do?
I'm a tax consultant.
Thank you very much for talking to people, places and events.
The pleasure is mine.
And the women have started stringing the various up licenses. Much buzz is about phasing out. It's about taking their seat for a long day, a long happy day, celebrations of Women's Day in Cameroon. Part of the dancing that accompanies the Women's Day celebration in Cameroon.
Thank you very much. It has been Arrey Ivo.
With the cup and that other cup, the Songo cup, you don't compensate everybody.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbo Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful.
Some are empty.
There are lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.